Hi everyone, welcome to our day 2 practice forum, and I'm teacher Tianshi from Think Academy. I'm so happy that some of you just joined our practice camp and some of you continue your journey on our day 2 practice. And let's focus on the practice problems for 15 minutes every day, and then we can improve our overall correction rate and get ready for the Algebra 1 study. So here, today's content is about the fraction calculation. And when talking about the fraction calculation, the most important concept is about the cross product, which we also call it the butterfly method. So for the butterfly method, if we know that A divided by B equals to C divided by D, actually we can draw a butterfly around the numerator and the denominator. And then we can get AD equals to BC. So this is a very important rule, and by using the butterfly method, we can get rid of the fraction, and then we will only have the integers, which is a great way to do the calculation. So here is a sample question. We have two fractions, so 1 minus 2x divided by 3 equals to x minus 6 divided by 4. So we can draw a butterfly around the terms, right? And then we can write 4 times 1 minus 2x. So the most important thing is that we need to add parentheses on the numerator because the two terms they're together with each other. So we need to add the parentheses manually. So we will have 3, the parentheses x minus 6. And then we can use the distributive law of multiplication to remove the parentheses. So 4 minus 8x equals to 3x minus 18. So we will have 11x, 3x plus 8x is 11x, and then 4 plus 18 is 22. So x equals 2 is the answer. And then I would like to talk about one question in the practice problem. And I think some of you try really hard to do the fraction calculation and remove all the parentheses. And here, actually for this question, we do have one shortcut. And the secret is to observe the question carefully before doing any calculation. So observation is really important. So for this question, actually, if you read this question, you can find that this part, the thing within the parentheses, and this part, the thing within the parentheses, it looks very similar to each other. Actually, they are the opposite to each other, right? Because if we add a minus sign on one of the parentheses, they will become the same. So actually, if we want to make them exact the same, we can add a minus sign manually. So a good way is to maybe keep the left side. So we can copy down everything on the left side, and in order to make this part, the part on the right, to look exact the same with the part within the parentheses on the left, actually we can add a minus sign manually. So here we will have minus, and then we can make the opposite of it, which will become 3. X minus 3x divided by 5 minus 7. And then here you can see that these two terms, they look the same with each other. So we can do the simplification. So 1/3 minus a half 3x divided by 5 minus 7 equals to a half. And then the most important thing is that there are two negative signs here, which will become a positive sign, right? 2 negative is a positive. And then we have 3x divided by 5 minus 7. And then actually these two parts, the part within the parentheses, they are exactly the same with each other. So we can move the things looks the same to one side of the equation. So we will have 3 as the numerator, 1 in the numerator, and then 3x divided by 5 minus 7, and then we have this term if we move it from the left side to the right side. And then on the left side, we will have 1/3 minus a half. So on the left side, it is negative 1/6. And on the right side, we will have 5 divided by 6, and then 3x minus 5 minus 7. So here we will have this equation. And then we can remove the parentheses by using the distributive law of multiplication again. So negative 1 over 6 equals to x minus x divided by 2 minus 35 divided by 6. So here we will have 34 divided by 6 equals to half x. So x will equals to 34 divided by 3. So this is the final answer for this question. And the key point is always to observe the question carefully and to find the pattern within it. Okay, so lastly, I would like to talk the last questions, which is a challenging questions in our Day2 practice problems. So this question, first of all, let's read it together. So this is a question that adapted from the AMC 8 computation level questions. And it tells us that suppose A and the star sign B means 3A minus B divided by 2. And actually this tells us a new rule of doing the calculation. So this is not multiplication. Instead, it tells us that this thing means that we need to like times 3 on the first part of the algebraic expression, and we need to like minus the second thing divided by 2. So this is the value of the algebraic expression, and we need to calculate what is the value of x if the whole thing equals to 1. So here we can see that there are two parts, right? It's 2, the star thing, and then 5 stars x, right? So we should always do the thing within the parentheses first. So first of all, we will have like copy down the thing. It equals to 1. So we need to do the calculation within the parentheses first. So it's 2 star thing and 5 star x, which means that is 3 times the first thing, which is 5, minus the second thing divided by 2 equals 1. So we will have 2 star thing and then do the calculation equals to 1. So then we need to like apply the calculation rule again, which equals to 3 times the first thing minus like the second thing divided by 2 equals to 1. So here we have 6 minus and then this part equals to 1. So first of all, we can like multiply 2 on both sides of the equation to get rid of the like the fraction. So here we will have 12 minus, and then we need to add the parentheses by ourselves equals to 2. And then we can like move the terms around. So 10 equals to 15 minus x divided by 2. So we will have x divided by 2 equals to 5. So the value of x equals to 10. So this is a very interesting question, which tells us a new way of doing the calculation, and we just need to like apply the new rule and doing the calculation carefully. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in Day 3 practice. Bye!